Okay. Hello, today is February 16th, 2021. It is 2:40 p.m. at Big Piney Airport in Wyoming. The weather there looks good. I've been watching the weather a little bit. They are in a winter weather advisory up at Jackson Hole. That's where we're gonna go today. But it's only blue at a marginal VFR. I believe that's what that means. Okay, so I found this diagram in the Preflight documentation. Magenta is low instrument flight rules. Red is instrument flight rules, or IFR. Blue is marginal VFR, and green is VFR, which I'll do a video on that a little bit later. With broken clouds at 2,500, and that is above ground level. The only thing that, see, the more west you go, the worse the weather gets, but they are kind of in a valley here, so I think we're going to chance it. We're going to come in on the ILS approach from the north. The winds are coming from 250, which is this way, 25. So that's going to put us at a pretty strong crosswind. I guess not too strong, 7 knots. That's not too bad. But the ILS will keep us lined up. I think we're going to use the ILS Y. The Z looks like if you're coming in from the north. So we'll go, I don't know, we'll fly over the airport. And then we'll head, let's see, go over to this VOR. And then, okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll come around, hit this VOR, go over to this VOR at 1100, and then come back over and intercept this ILS feather, and then hopefully land. Hopefully it doesn't tact my system too much. It does have an older video card. So, all right, let's get going here. So, number one, we're going to go into FS economy, and we're going to, so KBPI. All right, Big Piney, Marbleton, blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, there is no assignments that are going up to Jackson Hole. So again, this is just going to be coming out of our pocket. All right, so we're going to rent the airplane. Then we'll go up to my flight. Okay, there's 38 gallons. That should be plenty. Let's see. So we're going to go 67.4 miles. Let's see. 60, let's just say 75. Because we're going to go into the, yeah, I only need 7 gallons of fuel. So we'll keep it 71%. All right. All right, so it looks like the winds are coming from 330 at gusts of 20. So that's pretty much right into the runway. And it looks like a run. I'm not sure how to do this. Runway, let's see. Anyway, so 320, it looks like a runway 32 or something. So luckily the wind is coming pretty strong from that end. And that should get us off the ground pretty quickly, but it will take us a little while to get up to Jackson Hole. Let's see if they have this here. So actually, we're going to go to 1200 and speed at 120. It's going to take 44 minutes. The Navlog, they actually do a pretty good job of interfacing the wind. So we'll see how accurate this is. It says it'll take 44 minutes. Okay, so let's get going. Okay, so first of all, let's connect our SimConnect, our FS economy, I like the Sim Connect. I'm not getting any disconnects even when my system freezes, which is good. That was extremely frustrating. So we'll go ahead and start our flight here, and then we'll just let that run in the background. Okay, next, let's start up our vPilot. Which is going to connect us to the VATSIM network. And of course, a new version is available. We're going to update it as well. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay, here we go. Dun, dun, import the models. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I need to stop the traffic. So let's go into options, general, traffic, and then we'll take on the airlines. And see what I have I have the real world scheduling for like some of the major airlines. It makes it kind of fun to fly around. But since we're going to go on VATSIM, we are going to go ahead and turn that off. So traffic, airline 0, general aviation 0. These just kill resources, so we'll just keep that. Yeah, we'll just take that off. Kill resources. It's too much for this system right now. I am in the process of building a computer. All I need to buy left is the CPU and the video card, but those are the two most expensive things. So, all right. General aviation. Okay, so let's go to our flight plan. We are going to fly. Let's IFR. Let's see. Oops. Let's open up our VATSPY. So here's the thing. Let's refresh. We're at KBPI here. There's nobody here. There's this American Airlines coming down to Denver or Colorado Springs. So we're just going to go from here to here. But we're going to stay on VATSIM, but I am going to use... You know, I'm not sure what to do here. So we are in IFR flight conditions, though, so I'm not sure what to do here. Okay, alternate airport. If all else fails, let's go try. Let's see. This one's green, but that's right in the line of the storm. So, blue. All right, let's just do this Alpine here. If all else fails, I'm just going to cancel it. So, let's do K46U. All right, departure time, it's 21:48. Let's just give us a good solid 20 minutes. So 22:20, time en route, 45 minutes, fuel available. We have plenty, 4 hours, let's see. Cruise speed, 124. Cruise altitude, I think we're gonna go up to 1200 for a little while. That's pretty high for this little airplane, but we are up in the mountains. And KBPI. And then IDECA to TUVOC. And actually, let's see. Let's go ahead and adjust this because we're going to go to this VFR, to DNW. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's go DNW TUVOC. Okay. No, that's not the, okay. TUVOC. So actually TUVOC is going to be before DNW, so I screwed that up. TUVOC, DNW, and then, yeah, that's it. Should we put in this QIRT, QIRT? Okay. All right. So let's save this. Copy. So that extends our time to an hour. But actually, okay, that's what we're going to do. Doop, 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 doop. 1 hour and 12 minutes. Okay, flight Cessna 172. And we'll just quote IFR because there's nobody here. All right, so KBPI, KJAC. Now we can go ahead and, you know what, we'll DUB as our failover. DUB. Yeah, KDUB. All right, so we're actually looking at an hour. And let's just say 15 minutes. All right, 124, 12,000. And where are we at here? 52. So yeah, we'll still get this 2220. We'll try to hit that. It's going to complain that I'm not connected. All right, connect. Yep. Connect. And flight plan. And we will connect. All right, so if someone comes on board, we will okay. File. Okay. Let's take this out. All right, so let's get this thing started. Windows open. Let's go ahead and get our controls up. Oops, low battery. Let's charge this thing up real quick. All right, so pitot cover, which is over here. See, pitot cover remove, but let's just do it when we walk around. Pilot's operating book, that's what we're looking at. Weight and balanced, we just checked it. Park and brake is set. Control wheel lock, remove. Ignition switch, off. All right. Let's make sure my honeycomb has the right profile loaded. And we'll activate. Yes. Okay. Ignition switch is off. Avionics master switch is off. Let's turn all these switches off. Okay. Battery master switch on. Pitot heat, crank it on. Fuel quantity, We'll check. Looks good. Avionics master switch, crank it on. Static pressure alt source valve is off. Annunciator panel test switch. Test. Yep. Oil pressure and vac should stay. Alright. Fuel selector, we'll switch it to both. Fuel shutoff valve on. Flaps will extend. And we'll turn our pitot heat off. And avionics master switch off. Battery master switch off. Elevator set for takeoff, 0. Yep. And let's get out. See, now we'll remove the pitot cover and test for heat. Make sure our baggage door is locked. Tail tie down, disconnect. Control surfaces, we'll check movement and stability. Those are all straight, and those are all straight. Of course, we cheated when we charged up the battery. It would have said any of this is broken, so we'll just go through the movements anyway. Those are straight. Okay. Yep. Okay. Check wheel. Fuel is good. Fuel quantity is accurate. Oil is clean. Fuel is clean. Propeller is straight. Nothing stuck in the air inlet holes. Static source opening clear. Fuel quantity on this left wing is accurate. Drain, yep, clear. This is straight. Remove the wheel chucks. Tie down. Stall warning opening. Fuel vent opening. These hinges look clean. Flap secure. Mechanics all look good. Okay, now we're back in, so let's go ahead and close this and let's get it started. So okay, we've done all this already. All right, throttle, we'll crack it. Mixture, idle. Master switch, we'll turn it on. Auxiliary fuel pump switch on. And then we will rich until stable. Here's our fuel flow. And then we'll pull it back to idle. Shut the fuel pump off. Yell clear. And then ignition switch start. And as it's starting, I'll push the mixture up. Whoa. Alright, let's put our headphones on. Turn our alternator on. Pretty rough. Okay. So we will lean it out, which you go to 12. Pull the mixture back until it falls. There it goes. Push it just a little bit, and then we'll idle back at 10. Okay. And mixture advantage oil pressure, we're going to check. Oil pressure is good. Navigation lights, we will turn our... Oops, I forgot to turn the beacon on. Nav, taxi. Pitot heat, we'll turn it on. Avionics on. Radios are on. Flaps, will retract them. Okay. So we're going to go up to 1200 for a little while. But we'll fly a VFR, we'll fly an IFR route in VFR. Let's adjust this here. Flying a VFR route Yeah, let's change this to VFR. I don't know. Special SVFR. VFR file. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Because we're gonna fly a VFR route, an IFR route in VFR. Maybe I can be more clearer. Flying IFR in VFR. Okay, well, let's just do VFR. All right. Okay, so let's set some. Let's see. Can't pin it. Pin. Okay. Is that? Nope, it doesn't pin. Keep this on. How do I keep this on top of everything? It's easy to do in Linux. Alright, well, whatever. Okay, let's get back to work. So first of all, we're going to hit the Jackson VFR, which is 115.4. So let's do that. And then we're going to go to the Dunyar, which is 117.2. So we'll go ahead and program this in. Alright. And 117.2 there too. Okay. There is no NDBs on the route, so I can just keep that off. And let's get our ATIS. Let's get our sound back on. We're gonna need voice. Okay. So our automatic weather is 135.225. There it is.
Kilo, Bravo, Papa, India, automated weather observation. 2203 Zulu. Wind 319er at 20. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky condition clear. Temperature -2 Celsius. Dew point -12 Celsius. Altimeter 29er61.
Okay.
Kilo,
29er61.
automated weather observation.
And then we'll set 29er61.
Wind 319er at 20.
So we'll wind 319er.
20 miles. Sky condition clear. Temperature -2 Celsius. Dew point -12
Okay.
Celsius. Altimeter 29er61. Kilo, Bravo, Papa, India.
So we'll go back to 122.8. All right. So let's move this out of the way for now. And let's let's get my cheat sheet here. So all right. I like to do both. I don't know if we have to do both. Miley Memorial traffic, November 5476 uniform, taxiing to runway 26 for departure to the northwest to Jackson Hole, Miley Memorial traffic. So let's adjust. All right, we'll get it on the way. All right, so we're gonna go mode. I'll do mode C on taking off. So let's go ahead and get over to the runway. There's our little, let's see here real quick. Oh yeah. Hopefully this taxiway will bring me to the end of the runway. Yeah. It's that wind coming from behind. Oh, it's runway 31. All right, let's stop here and adjust a couple things. Okay, so here's my cheat sheet. Let's take a look. Oh, runway 31. Okay, so let's change this to 31. And then let's go make sure that what iOS 1.9. Okay, so we're gonna go 1.9. 1.9, 1.9. By the time I get to Juneau, I'll have this all figured out. All right, save. So let's do our run up here and make sure everything's working okay. Seatbelts and doors, check secure. Windows. We'll shut the window on our way out. Flight controls are free and correct. Yep. Flight instruments. Fuel looks good. We're getting up the temperature, but just underneath the green. It should get into the green on the run up. Pressure looks good. Exhaust. Fuel flow, we're low. Suction is at low. Amps are good, means everything's on. We're at 7,000 feet. These will connect. 10. Let's get it up a little bit. Okay. Okay. Mixture rich. Throttle 1800. And we'll go left mag, right mag, both mags, engine vacuum ammeter. Yep, see now we're getting up into the green. Everything is a good. Nothing's lit. Alright, we'll pull back the throttle. Alright, so radio lights, let's turn our strobe light on. We'll turn our landing lights on. Elevator trim is set. Wing flaps, we'll set it down to 10. Even though we have a strong headwind, so maybe not. Let's keep it at 0. But I've been told to get in the habit of at least to 10, so let's just do it. Alright. Let's get our... Okay. Miley Memorial traffic, November 5476 uniform, taking off from one-way 31, departing to the northwest, Jackson Hole, Miley Memorial traffic. Alright, we'll turn mode C on. And let's do a check for traffic. Yeah, I don't see nothing. Okay, let's get on the... So let's go ahead and shut this window. And... Oh, let's put our flight plan into the GPS real quick. Flight plan. Should have did this before. Okay, KBPI. Oops. Come on. See, this is what normally would kill the FSU IPC one, so luckily it didn't. And then KJAC. Okay, so we're to VFR. We're gonna let's go here. Yep, so we're gonna go to this one and then TUVOC. And then, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to go up to this one. Close, but that's okay. And then QWERT. But we're going to go over the Jackson VOR first. And then it says 16,500, but I'm going to go 1,200. Okay. No, I do not want to do that. All right, so let's just take a look, another last look at the altitudes. So 10,000 is the highest point here. See, this is 8,000. So we'll probably see now. Here's where 11,180. So we're gonna go 1,200 until we get over this VOR, and then we'll take a right and see 10,000. So we'll just stay 12,000 until here, and then see here it even says 14,1, 13,1. So 11,000. So we'll just go, so 11. We'll get down to 11,000, and then we'll come. We want to hit QWERT at 1,400. That's pretty tall. 14,100. Well, let's just see what happens when we get there. All right. So did I announced that we were taking off. Okay, let's get my next copy, and then we'll go paste, and then that way we'll just get it when we go. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go ahead and close this window now. It's closed already. All right. Okay. Go mixture rich. And let's get out of here. Okay, there's 50 and we're up. Yeah, let's get our flaps up. Okay, and we will Miley Memorial. Let me get this thing out of the way here. Miley Memorial traffic, November 5476 uniform, clear of runway 31, departing to the northwest, climbing to flight level 13,000 to Jackson Hole. Miley Memorial traffic. Okay. So we want 70 to 80. Let's go down just a little bit. There's a lot thinner up here. Okay, there's 70. Let's pull our mixture back. Okay. So basically we're just going to hand fly up until we get up to, I'm using this as a guide. Once we get up high enough, this VOR1 should snap in, and that'll be our Jackson Hole VOR at 115.4. Cabin is nice here, so we can, and steady. All right. Let's see how we're doing here. 324, 328. So let's push this over a couple times. And that red arrow is which direction the wind's coming from. So that's what it likes to yaw right into the wind. So this should, whenever this kicks in, .33. Let's see, let's double check here. 115.4. 115.4. Yep. And then we're coming up radial. What is this? 143. Tell you what, I'm gonna so 143. Yeah, it's about like that. Okay, let's see. So I'm trying to stay straight. Let's kick the autopilot on here. And we'll alternator or altimeter, set our heading, and I stop pushing it because it's pushing me. Let's see, these cloud levels, let's just stop right here. 1100, let's do that. Try to stay underneath these clouds. Trying to heat up a little bit. Alright, let's turn our, so whenever our nav1 connects, we'll go ahead and, so we can hear it. It says nav2. Alright. We're at altitude. I can kill the engine back a little bit. So we should be getting into our Orbix scenery here pretty soon. And get out of the default prepared bland scenery. Yep, so once we get to our second waypoint here, if I remember right, it's where all these rivers are converging is where our scenery gets kicked in, and look, we are IFR up here now. So this will be interesting. Let's see if it works out. The hardest part is just how intensive it hits the graphics card that it just can't handle it. Sometimes it crashes to the desktop. So oh, there we go. So we're connected here. Let's go ahead and switch to our nav. Whoops, not approach. I want nav. There we go. And then we'll get over here a little bit. And then, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 124, 140, 141, 142, 143. That's where we want to be. Okay. And you can see we're getting to our first waypoint here. And it looks like we're going to be flying into those clouds. So this is going to be interesting. We're just going to have to do an IFR route. We'll just do our route as an IFR and pretend like we're being directed by air traffic control. And when we refresh our VATSIM network, yeah, there's still no one to talk to here. And we're all by ourselves. So I haven't quite decided if we're going to fly through or around Seattle or land at Seattle. Maybe interesting to give them a little 172 to direct. See, you know, what's interesting is you can kind of see the mountains get a little more defined over here. And I believe that's the Orbix scenery starting to get into effect. There's a little airport. Let's see where that's at. That must be Mountain King Airport here. Yep, and we're hitting our first little waypoint. Let's move this down to 2500. Let's take a look here. Cruise 2000 to 2400. All right. Let's pull this back to 2400. And let's see, we'll keep an eye on the see. Yeah, it says ground speed 100 knots. Our airspeed is 97, so the wind's not too... There we go. So we're 15 minutes from the next waypoint. Let's take a look. Our navlog. So 16 minutes. Yeah. 120. Might have to adjust these numbers because I'm only doing 90. 92. hopefully the weather won't be too bad and we can actually see. Yeah, green is marginal, or green is clear. Blue I think is marginal VFR. Red is IFR. So yeah, looks like we're going into some sketchy weather, but let's just see what happens. If I can make it up to this VOR and then into this ILS feather, we're home free. That's an interesting little altitude issue there. Let's see. 2WY3. That's this one right here. Private. Yeah, something with these altitudes. I'm not exactly sure. Hello, check, check. Okay, here we go. See, now we're getting into the Orbix scenery. All right. See how the mountains are more defined here. Or it could be that we are actually getting into more mountainous territory, but let's see. Let's see if we can do this. All right. So here's where we're going, Jackson Hole Airport. There's Big Piney, that's what we're coming from. So Pinedale, right at these little Finger Lake here. So right directly in line with that and that river. So let's take a look at our map here. Okay, yep, see there's that little, so we are getting into we are right now crossing into it. That little river. You can kind of see the defined line that they make here. Okay. So we are 5 minutes from this intersection. And then where we go from there. Here's the intersection. See, we don't have to go too far. We'll fly over. Maybe if hopefully it's clear enough we can take a look. 8,000, 10,000, 11,000, 10,741, 7,648. So this is 9. Yeah, it looks like we'll be okay. This is 75. All right. It looks like we connect at 9,700. I think I can get down to 10,000 from over the VOR. And then once we get to this VOR, then we'll descend down to 10,000 and intersect with the ILS ribbon. Sounds like a plan. Now let's just see what the weather does. Hopefully. Let's take a look at our active sky here. Conditions. Oh, light freezing rain. Great. Oh. Yeah, so basically, broken at 1300, extending overcast at 21, 2965. Tell you what, let's do something interesting here. So let's listen to the weather, the 126.25 at Jackson, and see what our altitude. So
Kilo Bravo.
120 625.
Jackson Airport Information Hotel. JetU 39 Sky conditions, ceiling 2,300, broken. Temperature -3, dew point -9er, altimeter 2966.
2966.
Runway 19er in use. Landing and departing runway 19er.
Okay.
VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft bring back holding.
Oh boy. Okay, let's get up to 12. Okay. So we might want to, there's 1180, 85, yeah, it looks like we'll be okay here. 9,000, I don't see any, there's a little bit of high here. 10,741, yeah, as soon as, we'll get 1,200 once we get past this intersection here and fly over Jackson Hole Airport. We are definitely in IFR conditions here. And there's our intersection here. We're a minute away. So let's go ahead and pop this up to 1,200. And then go up. Yeah, so 200, 300, okay. And then arm. So once it gets to 1,200, it'll get there, but we're just gonna kind of ease up. Let's see. Okay. Just got to watch our speed here, especially this high altitude. Yeah, our frames we're getting less than 20 frames a second, so this will be interesting. Okay, so we just crossed the intersection. I saw it change. So here we are. So we're just going to stay at 1,200 until we get over all this. And then once we get to this VOR, we're going to switch. So this is 41 degrees. We'll get to 41, and then we'll head there, and then we'll go 267 out. So we can actually, so this one is set to our Juneau, DNW 117.2. Let's just, let's see here. See, something like that. Let's see. Yep. It's interesting the nav 1 isn't 115.4, which is this one, 115.4, which is or 115.4. Yeah, I know we're connected to it, but that's interesting that it's not beeping. I don't know. So here we're 21 miles away. It's 15 minutes. Let's take a look. Yeah, we can't see anything, unfortunately. But the weather's been so crappy over the every weekend, I haven't been able to do this, and I want to fly in real-world weather. And today it didn't seem like it would be too bad. We are in a winter weather advisory. Jackson Hole. Let's see. Yeah, till 11 p.m. Snow 1 to 3 inches. Jackson Hole till 11. See, 5 miles, as you can see, broken 2600 overcast 031. We may not be able to see anything until we get almost landed. So we are 11 minutes away from the Jackson VOR. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at our instruments here. Gas is in good shape. Looks like we're burning the right one a little faster. Let's see if we can even this out a little bit. Temperature's in good shape. Pressure's in good shape. Yeah. Gas is hot. We want this to burn hot. Fuel flow, 7 gallons per hour. That's not too bad. Vacuum is good. Amps are good. Speed is good. Oh, look, we can see. Let's take a look. Everything else is in good shape. Oh, there's the high mountains. Yeah. Once we get over these mountains, we'll get back. Yeah. So it's 11,180 off to the right there, so we're gonna skate right by there. Pretty sketchy. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just barely skim. We'll barely skim over these mountains here. See, that's 1180, 10741, which is right here. So underneath is 10741. So we'll just be a couple hundred feet over these mountains here. Then once we get that, we'll get down a little lower. Yeah, hopefully we skate right in between this little valley here. At least I hope so. Yeah, it looks like it. All right, let's do some adjustments on this thing. We're 11 miles away, so let's change this to 10. "10 miles southeast, coming in for a full stop landing runway 19, Jackson Hole traffic." Jackson Hole traffic, November 5476 uniform, 10 miles southeast of Jackson Hole, coming in for a full stop landing runway 19, Jackson Hole traffic.
Jackson Hole traffic, Delta 1772 to be inbound towards ILS 19 for about 25 miles out. Jackson Hole traffic.
Let's take a look. Ooh, that's close. Jackson Hole traffic, November 5476 uniform. I will be making a Dunoir transition coming on ILS from the north. I'll be overflying Jackson Hole at 12,000 feet. All right. Hey, I actually got to talk to somebody.
Jackson Hole traffic, Delta 1772, returning over towards turning final for ILS 19, about 20 miles out of Jackson Hole.
Okay. So let's get our instruments ready here. We are going to be intercepting at 41. So we are going to go, let's see. I'm going to change this to forward. We're going to switch to heading. And then I'm going to switch this to 41. So we're going to head 41. And then we'll switch this to 117.2. and then we'll just wait for it to start to snap. So we're getting there. Our cabin is cold, so let's crank the heat up. Let's see, do I have... So I think we are starting to get a little ice. That's interesting. I haven't seen that before. All right. We are just 1 minute away, so we're gonna, okay, see how it's snapping? So we're gonna go to nav, and we'll let it automatically.
Jacksonville traffic, Delta 1772, about a 5-mile final for our 1 Jacksonville.
There's our so we are over Jackson Hole traffic right now. We're Jackson Hole, and we should be snapping to that VOR any minute. See how it's starting to turn? All right, yeah, it's starting to snap there. So it should be taking hard right here pretty soon. Okay, and so this is where I wanted to get down to 11,000 feet. So, and then eventually, yeah, so 11,000. Let's get this down. See if it automatically, I don't think it automatically vertical. Okay. Yeah, it should be, see, it's starting to catch it. It's going to go, so next time I'm going to manually turn it and then have it connect, because that's going to be, okay. Let's take a look at our map again here. We're all bundled together here, 12,000, 7,000, 9,000. Okay, so I'll be following these guys. Tell you what, I'm gonna get this thing back on course here. Oh wait, there it goes. Now it knows. Now it sees what's going on.
Jacksonville traffic, Delta 1772 is clear of 19, Jacksonville.
Slow down a little bit. You know what? I'm gonna manually fly this here. See, the issue is here, frame rate. All right, now we will change this to nav. Okay. Now we're full-blown IFR here. Okay, so let's get this. We want ILS. Okay, we'll keep this. Yeah, so 11, so Formo Jack. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go this way around. Yeah. Okay, so 9,700. Let's get down to 10. Let's take a look at the terrain here. Once we go here. See, technically, we're supposed to go the other way, but that's okay. Once we go here, we'll turn back around here. So let's get down to 10,000. So we're 7 minutes from. Okay. Remain within 10 nautical miles. Okay, so then once we get here, we are going to want, so ILS, the best way to do this is to look on here. We'll close in a little bit, and then we'll, so 109.1 and 186. Yeah, 109.1 and 186. Okay, that'll be our. Phew, this is nerve-wracking. Okay. I think I will do our initial. We're going to go the long way. Yeah, we're full-blown IFR here. Okay. Let's do a refresh. Okay, so I'll be doing this loop-de-loop. Okay. So we're 4 minutes. And I'm going to basically do almost a 180, and then I'm just going to fly down here until we connect. Let's take a look again. So we are about come on. So we are like right at this hypotenuse or whatever. So yeah, we're about here, 11, 91. So we want to get down to 9,700 to connect with the localizer at FATMO, which is here. Okay. It says we are 3 minutes. Yeah, I'm just going to do like bust a 180. Not quite a 180, a 120. And as soon as I make this turn, I'll get down to 9,700. And then I'll switch my radios to the ILS. All right, let's check the ALS or ATIS.
Jackson, airport information, Lima. Jet Green 08 Zulu, wind Jet 09er at 4, visibility greater than 20 miles, in snow, sky conditions, ceiling 1,600, broken. Temperature -3, dew point -8, altimeter
2966. Okay, perfect.
runway 19er in use.
All right, so we're getting pretty close here. Once I get a little bit more closer, we'll do a 180. So we'll turn this back to about 241. We want. Let's go 250. See, I don't understand why when you do that, I mean, all right, well, let's just do it. Heading, and then let's get down to 9,100 or 97. And then we will switch our radio to 109.1. Okay, see there's our localizer. Okay. Jackson Hole traffic, November 5476 uniform, 18 miles northeast of Jackson Hole, coming in for a full stop landing, ILS runway 19, Jackson Hole traffic. Okay. Let's get over to the right a little bit. I want a little bit of a distance. Okay. Once that needle starts to move, I'm gonna try to close it up a little bit. And we're gonna come down, let's see, what is 186? So this I need 186. It's a good thing I saw that. Okay, getting closer. Once that needle starts to budge, I'm going to turn this to 186, 256, 267. There it goes. 186. Yep. All right. See, I'm cutting it close here. I got to get them both at the right time. So heading, nav, and then we'll approach right about now. Okay. Let's do our flap. Sweet. Jackson hold traffic, November 5476 uniform 10 miles north on ILS runway 19. Jackson hold traffic coming in for a full stop landing. November 5476U, Jackson hold traffic. See, this is what happens when you don't have the frame rate 15. I can't even see the runway. Oh, I see it now. Okay. I don't know if I can do this. Nope, I'm just gonna hand fly it. Can't do this. Jackson Hole traffic, November 5476, uniform on short final, Jackson Hole traffic. Ouch.
Jackson Hole traffic, Delta 1772, tax in 19, Jackson.
Jackson Hole traffic, November 5476, uniform, clear of runway 19, Jackson Hole traffic. Okay. All right, well, fortunately, it logged it to KJAC, so I don't know what to do at that point. I was supposed to turn off object collision, so I hope it didn't mess up that other guy. Hopefully he just drove right through with no big deal, because you're supposed to just turn off object collision. But fortunately, it logged it. So even though we didn't park, it's still gonna count. So, oh well, like I said, what fun would it be without any catastrophes, right? Okay, so that's it. That's our Big Pine to Jackson Hole flight on this wintry day, and most of the issues are strictly because of the video card and the CPU, so one day I'll get that upgraded. Alright, that's it for now. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time.